What's going on, Soul Family? I'm gonna just pause for a moment to allow people to come on in. I'm not gonna hold y'all long. Well, hopefully, I'm not gonna hold y'all long. It's my intentions not to hold you all long. I'm going to say what I need to say and keep it moving. Now, at this junction, you guys know that I've been following Nature Boy, Alicia Bishop, Master Teacher, whatever the hell you want to call him. I've been following him for quite a while. And um, my stance is that he is a very narcissistic person and he preys on the weak, you know, and he uses them for his financial gain. He, yeah, he uses them for his financial gain. Now, as you know, there was a young lady that was there by the name of Reflection Essence. Reflection Essence did a interview with Ashe Divine, which was posted up yesterday, last night, on Ashe Divine's YouTube. But you know what, family? First, I'm gonna say thank you, Ashe Divine, for extending yourself, allowing yourself to be the platform for this young lady to be heard. And I want to thank the young lady for coming forth and saying what she said. However, this is the problem I have with not only her coming forth and saying this, but the whole entire movement with helping EJ, Queen Eliana, Mother of the Flame, whatever the hell you want, Velvet, whatever the hell you want to call her. I have an issue with that as well. Now, with this young lady, Essence, yesterday, she said some things, and I'm quite sure for a lot of us who have been following Nature Boy, it just basically confirmed the thoughts that we've had. Um, I'm sure that we didn't know till what magnitude things were, but she gave us a pretty much good insight on it. Now, what I don't understand is um, somebody that's 30 plus. Lady, you got some knowledge. You got a little bit of wisdom. You got a little bit of sense. How could you not use your discernment? How could you not? By this time, it's so many videos that have been made to warn people about Nature Boy, to warn people about his camp, and the way he operates, you know, and for you to look at them and just ignore the signs. I mean, it's so many ways a person could say warning. This person is subject to ABC 1, 2, 3. It's only so many ways you could say it. And it's been said over and over again. However, you failed to see the handwriting on the wall. Number one. Number two, you're 30 something. You didn't use no type of common sense, no type of discernment, none of that. None whatsoever. Who in their right mind would leave the country, go somewhere with no money, ain't got a penty to their name, ain't got no type of backup plan in case this shit don't work out, it don't pan out like it's supposed to. Hey, I could get back to the crib. None of that is set in place. Now here you go, going from pillar to fucking post. Call me mean, call me rude, but do I feel sorry for you? No. No. You're not a young person starting out in life That's very impressionable. You're not a 16. I'll even give the person to 22 years old. You're not in that age category. You know what I'm saying? You 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 lived a little bit, lady. You supposed to at least recognize a piece of game when you hear it. You might not recognize all the game when you hear it, but at least recognize a piece of game when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you just went head in. I mean, head in. You didn't think. You just had tunnel vision, just straight. I'm finna listen to this motherfucker. I'm finna put my trust in him, and it's gonna work out. No, no, sugar. No, sugar. You, things don't operate like that. So do I feel sorry for you? I don't. I just really don't. I wish you well though. I hope you come back to your senses. For real, for real. But I'm gonna be honest and frank, family, and let y'all know when she was speaking last night with Ashe, this is exactly what came to my mind. I wonder if this is a damn publicity stunt. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stones were unturned, and they needed to be turned. You know, things just didn't add up right. Things just didn't sound right. So yes, I'm like very questionable. I'm very leery because I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, and I know some of you, um, as viewers, have questions that you want to know. It's in the words of Keith Sweat, something, 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 something just ain't right. That's about what it is. Something ain't right with that picture. But I'm gonna sit back in my lazy boy and I'm gonna watch that story unfold. Now I'm gonna tell you guys why I don't I'm not down with the wombs movement to support Eliana. Last year, um, a gentleman by the name of Black Ink was approached by Eliana's mom, and she wanted him to, try to reach her daughter, to try to get her, come on back home. So Black Ink decided to help Eliana's mom. He just came up with a plan, and he called on several people to help him execute this plan, which it ended up being a 7-part series called Bring EJ Back Home. The series was very, very, it was done tastefully. I would say that. You know, uh, you could tell that Black took a lot of thoughts into how he wanted to kind of like have the series go down and who he allowed to be the voices for that series. And I think it was very put together. It was a very good project that was put together. And I shout out Black Ink for that. Um, you did a good job with that, bro. You did a good job with that. Um, um, Lord, I'm about to call the girl Velvet. Eliana saw the series. She saw the series. Um, and basically, in short, it was like a fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not coming back home. Doggone text message. Anyway, I'm not coming back home where I want to be. My mom is lying. She's not being truthful. That's not how it went. And she basically gave her ass to kiss. And this is my thing. If your own mother that spat you out of her vagina, this is the same lady that gave birth to you. This is the same lady that raised you. If you don't listen to her voice of reason and the people that she employed to assist her, to help her in this effort, why would she listen to Ashe? Why would she listen to Fundi Fee? Why would she listen to Dara Sikasi? Why would she listen? I have no um, bad feelings or ill feelings toward these young ladies. You know, Shouts out to them and the wombs. I'm sorry, Luna, Dara Sikasi's partner. Sorry, didn't mean to omit your name, but Luna as well. I don't. I salute these ladies with what they're doing with the womb movement, but as far as Eliana is concerned, that's something I can't support. That's something I can't stand for, because you know, just a year ago, here was this fantastic movement, and this young lady basically pulled her, "Hey, Urbanista, what's going on with you, lady?" She basically pulled her pants down and gave us, and when I say us, I mean her mom, along with Black Ink and the people that he employed to do this 7-part series, along with his supporters that was backing him up. She basically gave us her ass to kiss. So, for that reason, I'm not going to, stand with Darvod in that movement. I'm not going to stand with Ashe in that movement. Because the first time you give me your ass to kiss, I'm not finna go back a second time, third time, a fourth time, none of that. I'm going to let you stay right where you are, because apparently that's where you want to be. So guess what? I'm going to let you do you, and I'm going to stay back and let me do me. Oh, trust me, Urbanista, I can't do it. I was just on here talking about the interview last night that Ashe had did with the young lady, Reflection Essence, and how I feel, when I was hearing it for the yesterday, how I was feeling. The first thing that came to my mind, and I was telling Commander in Chief this on the phone, um, you know, is this some type of publicity stunt? You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many stones that's not turned that needs to be turned. It's a lot of questions that weren't answered, that should have been answered. I mean, matter of fact, if it were me, you wouldn't even had to ask me, because I would have been like, honey, get your beverage, get you some chips, because I'm finna tell it from the rooter to the tutor. You wouldn't even have to ask me. I would just let it flow out of my mouth like water. I would say it all from the beginning, the middle, the end. I would say it all. And I wouldn't have cared about none of the reflections at all. Because they didn't give a damn about you. Exactly. Exactly, Urbanista. Exactly. Exactly. Um, but you know what? Um, I'm going to say this, and I might step on some people's feelings, but people tend to prey on individuals that they know that have that caring spirit, and people have seen Ashe's soft side. You know what I'm saying? She does have a soft side. She does have a tender side to her. But she does have a rougher side to her, because she's not going to take no wooden nickels. So I feel like she's being played. You know, she's being played for a fiddle, and that's not cool. You know, you don't play on nobody's sympathy. You don't play on the public sympathy. To help assist you in financial, things of that sort, so you could try to gain monetary stuff like Nature Boy. Basically, when it boiled down to it, she doing a Nature Boy, if you ask me. You know how he appeals to the public for money, or he just put things out there, because he really doesn't say anything about money. He'll just put like the links and stuff out there, about donate. Basically, she did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just in a different form, in her own little way. And you taking the people's kindness for weakness. We can't be Mother Teresa to all these young women. We can't be Mother Teresa to every situation, because it will drain you and drive you crazy. You know? And then meanwhile, sitting back at the ranch, they sitting back laughing at you. You know? No. I, I just feel some type of way about that. But I think it's all going to play out in the long run. That's something we'll have to sit and see what happens. If it happens, if they come into the spotlight, I don't know. But she could take the money and then retrieve and go back to where she came from, and we never hear from her again. Like a lot of people that were in melanation, they got out and they may have said something. Then you know what? I did not think about that. That is a good point. That is a good point. And something else that was fishy. Because Nature Boy did a video today, telling his side of the story, what he claims to be his side of the story. Um, but I remember some videos ago, he said out his mouth, if you wanted to be in his crew, you had to come bearing gifts. You had to have money. You got to bring money to the pot. You ain't got no money to the pot, then guess what? You ain't got it. So I can't see how this young lady made it to melanation with no money, to bring no money into the pot. Nor did you receive any money back once they booted you out. I don't see that. I just don't see that happening. You know, that was something that had, caught me off guard. Oh, she was? Wow. You know, Urbanista, I'm gonna say this. Ashe is the voice of a lot of people. However, um, I don't mean this in a bad light, but she can't be the Mother Teresa for all these people. Because they will drain you dry, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. You no, you know, it's okay to be the voice for that person, to come forth and speak for that person. But when you start taking on the support of people like that, you have to be very careful. You have to be very, very, very careful when you start putting your all out there, and you putting your heart out there and your soul out there and your money out there. You have to be very, very careful when you make those types of moves. Very, very careful. So But yeah, it's hold on. If she came with no money, then he would have told. Ah, damn. He would have told her to get out on the Urbanista, you crazy. But this is the thing, though, Urbanista. This is the thing, though. Before these people get there, he's asking them 99 questions, because I'm quite sure he asked them, you own a car, got a bank account, how much money do you have saved up? Do you know, because he's trying to count up his coins. He got to count his coins up. So I'm quite sure he went through his financial question. I'm gonna call it a financial questionnaire. He went through his financial questionnaire with this young lady to see if she fit the criteria. Because let him tell it, the waiting list to join melanation is very long, and he goes through and he scrutinizes the people very, very, very hard. So I'm quite sure he goes through and scrutinizes their finances, because if them finances ain't right, then baby, you can't be with us. That money got to be right. That money got to be right. If that money ain't right, you can't be with us. So, I ain't, no, I ain't too close to buying that. I ain't too close to buying that one. Not at all. Not at all. And guess what? And when she still get there, or when they still get there, he's still gonna put them girls back out there on the track, because he got to keep that money going. You know what I'm saying? All that money that he was getting from Mike Brown and carrying on, you know, maybe he was spending like a little bit of it. But my gut is telling me that he saved, he pocketed and banked a lot of that money. And he used all the money that people was bringing in, and everything he was getting from the donations and things of that sort. Um, and he was using that money. Then it's 50,000. This is my take on the 50,000. Now he just got a Key's old lady, uh, whatever her name is. Then he got Mama Sky. And then he got Kite, Solar, Mente, and I want to say it's somebody else he got. So he done got some money. You know what I'm saying? That's where that 50,000 done came in. Them people done came in, they done contributed money. No telling what type of money them people had. You know what I'm saying? We really can't say, even though they're young people, we don't know. Okay, vibes. Yeah. No, we don't know what kind of money those young people had. So I think that 50,000, or a good portion of that 50,000, came for those new individuals that have come up in there, and they done put it in the pot. And you know how Nature Boy do, when every time they get new members, and them new members come with their money and put the money into the pot, you always see them going out, and splurging, buying this and eating that, and I mean, like, doing it big, like they, you know, what up, nephew? Yes, yes, Urbanista, yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what type of money these, young people have come into. They may have had some type of inheritance, like Key had, the college money. They might have been sitting to the side while they were in school, and, just letting that money accumulate. We never know how these people accumulate the money that they had, to contribute. And we don't know how much they really contributed. It could have been more than 50,000 for all we know. But yeah, I think that's how the actual money came about. I mean, I could be wrong in my thinking, but that's how I think that came about. And now they're going out because they were at that vegan restaurant in Cancun the other day. Um, and I noticed Well, the young lady said she came bearing gifts. Now, what I would like to know is what type of gifts did she come bearing? Because, I saw them with new outfits on, new jewelry on, the Indian feather head things, things like that. Because I'm gonna say this too. You know, when Mama Dia transitioned, and they did not send her clothes and her other material, possessions back with her to her family. Those necklaces, Nature Boy be wearing one, um, Musa, Natural. I want to say Rambo might wear one from time to time. Those necklaces. I want to say those are, my spirit is telling me those are Mama Dia's. The earrings, the jewelry that the girls are all of a sudden deciding to wear. Mama Diaz. And I'm like, oh my God, how could y'all just wear this lady's stuff like that? You know, after y'all done straight up murdered her. And now you're wearing her belongings. I mean, your soul. How do you sleep at night? Number one, knowing you murdered this lady. And then number two, knowing you stole her material possessions, that you didn't even return them back to her family. How do you sleep well at night? You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know if you guys saw the video um, today with Nature Boy, but look at uh, what's that girl name? That's his new direct. Damn it, Mama Maya. Look very closely at Mama Maya. She's sitting on the side of him. Look at her facial expression. She looks very unhappy. She looks uncomfortable and nervous. Um, I've seen her before look like that, but I thought, well, maybe it was because, she had just gotten there. But she does not look happy at all. That child looks scared. Scared. And I really feel for her because, for Nature Boy to tell her, you know, oh, you weren't raped. Oh, that was just guys being guys. Oh, you weren't raped. That wasn't rape. And I'm quite sure he turned around and raped that girl since she admitted to having. Shut the fuck up. Are you serious, Urbanista? Vibes is her birth sister? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. And you know what? It's like vibes is it's like she's fitting right on in. Like she is like really comfortable in that setting and that lifestyle. She's happy with her direct. And she's happy being there with Melanation. But Maya looks the total opposite. I mean, man, she looks the total freaking opposite. Like she's scared, she's nervous, and she's unhappy. You know, I'm going to keep my eye on her because I don't know. Part of me is saying that she wants to leave, but she doesn't know how to leave. There was discussion about how sad their mother probably is with two daughters there. Yeah, yeah. I feel like a complete failure as a mom. Yeah, I would agree, Urbanista. I would agree. Um, when these young people go astray like that, it makes me wonder what type of lifestyle they were brought up in. What type of parenting did they have? What type of environment were they brought up in? Because all that stuff makes a difference. Um, And like these young peoples that's coming up, nowadays, that Nature Boy is targeting are like young individuals that are old enough to be our kids. So what as we how did we raise these young people up? Did we just fail them as parents? Did we just put too much and pawn too much off on the grandparents? Because a lot of us like to party and turn up. Having kids very young, they still want to party and turn up. Kids with grandma, or kids with great grandma, kids with auntie, or something like that, or with a neighbor. Did we fail our children? Did we not give them enough of our time? Did we not give them enough morals and values, and instill the difference in them between right and wrong, the difference between being a leader and being a follower? Because I remember my mom doing those things with me. I remember my mom teaching me right from wrong. I remember my mom teaching me from being a leader and being a follower. I remember my dad always telling me, use your head for more than just a hat rack. I remember my grandpa, he always said, a hard head make a soft ass. I mean, then, he got the most countryest saying of them all. You gonna either root hog or die po. If that's some country shit for your ass. But I remember all this country shit from growing up. From growing up. And I didn't grow up in the South. You know, I came straight from Gary, Indiana. All my life. Gary, Indiana. I was around some old Southern people, but straight up Gary, Indy fucking Anna. All my damn life. All my life. I didn't move from Gary till about 7 or 8 years ago. And at that, I'm only a couple of minutes away from Gary. I mean, a couple of good minutes away from Gary. A couple of good New York minutes away from Gary. So virtually, I'm right there. I could just reach out and touch. So I'm not far. I may have moved away from the hood, but I'm still close to the hood. But it just makes me, wonder, It, it, I don't know what to say about these young people. I really don't. I really, really don't. Um, as for the people that's, following Nature Boy, it's too many videos out here. Ashay Divine is not the only person. It's a lot of videos out here people have made that I know of for at least 2 years. People have made videos that say, warning, don't follow this man. Warning, don't listen to this man. Warning. You know, um, and these people still chose or choose to follow Nature Boy, and though a lot of them aren't financially fit to go to the tropics to be with him, they're still taking in his doctrine. You know, um, it's to me. I wonder, are these videos being of any help? Hold on. The youth are inspired by each other in many cases. They have the fact in many settings. They have to get that reality check to turn them down. I hear what you're saying, Commander in Chief, but at what point? At one point will they wake up? Will they wake up before it's too late? You know, will they be like this young lady that go all the way there and get dropped by the wayside for whatever the reason may be? Um, but you're right. I remember my mom always said The best lesson is a bought lesson. I remember my mom used to say that all the time. The best lesson is a bought lesson, and this will probably be the best lesson that she ever learned in life. I guarantee you that. But I don't know. I guess because I didn't want to take no chance. Explore. That's how the foundation is needed. No, she's not young, urbanista. She's in her 30s. So it's like, lady, you done, you should know a little bit better. You know, I expect more out of a 30-year-old than I would a 20-year-old. You know, um, 'cause at 20 years old, I did stuff I wasn't supposed to do. I ain't saying that I'm totally innocent, but I did things that I wasn't supposed to do. But I didn't do things that caused me to be put in bad situations. Not like that. Not like that. Um, my situations were workable out situations. Oh, Maya's 22. Well, that's the age he like a man. That's the age he like a man. So he can mold them and try to create the fear, put the fear factor in them. Right, urban essence is in her 30s. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Should know better. By her being in her 30s, I expect more out of her being in her 30s. You got a little bit more sense up there. You know what I'm saying? At 30 years old, you shouldn't be able to be making rash decisions. At 30 years old, you shouldn't just be following a man. You know what I'm saying? Now, 20-year-old, yeah, you fresh in the head. You just going on, living life. Um, so yeah, I just, oh, this it's just crazy. Now, I'm not sure. I think Mama Nine might be in her 20s because she look like she's in her 20s. I'm looking forward to seeing what her story is. Why she left, what happened, and things of that sort. Um, um, and to add, because my number one question would be, with all of the material out, what made you decide to go forward and believe these teachings? What made you decide to go forward to um, leave your family and go live in the jungle with a stranger? What possessed you to do that? Um, with no backup plan, you know? Because after all, you're going to stay with a stranger. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about these peoples. So you got to have some type of backup plan. Something. Personally, me, I wouldn't have gave up all my money. I would have gave you some money, but no, bro, you ain't finna take all my money. No, I need my pesos in case I want to go back home. If ever I want to go back home, I go back home. I ain't got to beg and borrow and scrape from nobody. I agree with you. I agree with you, nephew. I agree with you. And I feel the same thing with what's that child name? Eliana. You know, she getting what she deserved too. Um, last week when Floorborn was talking about her, um, man, whatever it was that she did to Mama Deal, man, when Floorborn was talking that sent chills through my whole entire body. I'm like, wow, how in the hell? What the hell? And when the hell? But it's like everything, all you have to do is just sit back and wait, and everything will all come out in the wash. So that's what I'm gonna do with EJ, Eliana, whatever she wanna call herself. I'm gonna sit back and watch everything come out in the wash. Same thing with Essence. I ain't sending not a damn penny. I'm gonna sit back and see how it's gonna all play out in the wash. Same, Mama Nine, love you, girl. But I'm gonna sit back and see how all this play out in the wash, because with all of the videos going on, I'm at some point in time, I'm quite sure y'all should have had some type of reasonable doubt in the back of y'all mind, you know, unless y'all just that weak of a people, um, or unless you just looking for a savior. But before you look for a savior in man, look for a savior in self. Don't never look for nobody to save you, because people will leave you high and dry every time. Oh, they'll tell you, "Oh, I got your back. Oh, I got you. Oh, we gonna roll till the wheels fall off." 99.9% of the time, them people that say that, man, they just talking. They talking. They don't mean you no harm. I mean, they don't mean you no good. They mean you harm. They out for self. Low key, they hating in the background. Hold on. Hold on. That's what made no sense. You saw the videos and went. Yeah, it sure did make no sense, Urbanista. It sure didn't. It sure didn't. It sure didn't. I mean, and it's too many of them. I could see if it was. I'm gonna tell you like this. When I was talking to Commander in Chief, I told him this back like a while ago, maybe like last week, when I first heard about Nature Boy. Yeah, it came on TV because the white chick from Canada was with him over there, and her parents were on the news, you know, playing for her daughter, trying to find their daughter. And she came out, was like, here I am, I'm over here in Costa Rica, yada 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 yada. I'm fine, I'm okay. And the newscaster said Nature Boy, a cult. So I'm in my room cleaning, and when he said a cult, I look up and I see a black man. And I said, when in the fuck did black people start being fucking cult folks, cult leaders, and carrying on? I had never heard of Nature Boy, so I went and Googled him. I saw a couple of videos. From those couple of videos, I decided that this man is a babbling idiot. He ain't got no damn sense, and he's crazy and retarded. But also, when I not Google, but when I brought him up on YouTube, guess who else came up? A video from Ashe Divine came up, and a video from Black Ink came up. And at the time, Black Ink was doing a lot of lives, heavy at that time. And I would catch the lives because I subscribed, so I could, tune in and everything, tune in to Ashe Divine. And, that's when I began to be a regular on Black Ink's lives. And then, Ashe Divine, I will always see her, her things. And then after a while, then I saw a video that Alexis Lopez did. And After a while, I found out who she was, and I started following her. I agree, Commander. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it like this: um, all of those ex members that have left, they left for a reason. Um, some of them have said some things as to why, but they just like skimmed the surface. They didn't go deep down into depths. Really explain and give the deep inside look into the occult life and this narcissistic individual, how he like really operates, because all we're doing is we're just going off of how we see him react and what he say. We could kind of like gauge, how he acts and everything. But these people were there, like physically, with him. They saw it with their own eyeballs, and I feel that they could have. I feel they owe it to other people to make those in very in-depth videos, if even if they just do it one time, um, and leave it alone. You know, you know. But I don't know. It's like they done signed some type of confidentiality agreement once they left there or got kicked out or whatever the case may be. Like they signed some type of confidentiality thing that like they can't speak about it, which is bullcrap. Because if you're being taken advantage of in any shape, form, or fashion, it will be your civic duty to come back and tell America, tell the world that, hey, this is what happened to me when I was over there in this camp. This is how they operate. This is how they do. This is how they carry on. These are the things they are seeking. No, they will never tell you this. Um, they will act like everything's okay. They lie for him. They steal for him. Hell, at this point, with Mama Dia now, I could even honestly say they'll kill for him. You know, I would be singing like the canary. You know, the only way to shut me up, you'll have to kill me to shut me up, because I would be singing like the canary. I would let any and everybody know. I would stand on the mountaintops and let it rain. Um, because I think it would be better if it came from a individual that was there versus us, because we're not there. We're just individuals, speaking, trying to persuade, trying to guide, trying to discourage. I think it will also come better and hit home if it came from a person that was there, that endured it all, you know, and they could, sit and ask questions. They make themselves open to the young people. Um, I think that will probably make a change from that particular standpoint. But as for what we're doing in our movement, I wonder a lot of times, if our videos are touching, if our videos are making, a change. You know what I'm saying? Um, the older people get it, but it's the younger people, you know. I just I don't know. I don't know, you guys. And sometimes I wonder, are our efforts in vain? Because as much effort as we put into trying to save a soul, we look up. The gathering is getting larger and larger. The gathering is getting larger and larger. So, um, it all makes me wonder. It really all makes me wonder. Um, I do hope that they all wake up and smell the coffee. I don't wish any ill will on them. Um, I just hope that the lifestyle that they live does not kill them. I hope that the lifestyle that they live does not kill them. Um, because it's not very conducive. It's not conducive for any human being at all. That's not a way to live at all. Um, Sometimes, when I look at Velvet and when I look at Fury, I wonder, because they're so frail, I wonder if they'll make it back alive and not in a body bag, because they look so freaking skeletal, and so, especially Fury. Oh man, she looks very deadly looking, like the Night of the Living Dead. It's just sad. I agree, Commander. I don't have any sympathy for him either. Because it's you know it's too many stop signs up. How many times you gonna keep disregarding the stop sign? How many times you gonna stop regarding the stop sign? Um, I, Now I'm gonna say this: I ain't got the best of family. I think we're making a difference, but we have all met people who can only learn from the school of hard knocks. That's true, Urbanista. That's true. Somethin. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I do agree with you there. I guess my thing is, because this man is like brainwashed you to the point that you are alienated from your family, you're alienated from your friends. He plays mind games and, tries to break you down. Um, so he can mold you how he wants you to be. Um, so you could fit in to his environment. Um, to the point that you virtually have nobody. That you would have to be dependent upon him. Um, Man, it's that's a costly lesson to have to go through. And that's where this young lady Essence is now, allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly. Um, Now I'm gonna say this. I'm quite sure she has family. If it was me, this is what I would do. I would pick up the phone. I would call my family and let them know, hey, I made a grave mistake, and I'm sorry. I am oh so sorry, but I need your help. And I'll give them the spiel from A to fucking Z as to what happened once she left, wherever the fuck she's from. I'll give the whole gamut and ask my family for help to try to get me back home the best way they could, by hook or by crook. And then when she got home, I would apologize some more and be eternally grateful that her family did not turn their back on her like she did them. That's what I would do. That's just me. But that's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. You know, I could see myself now. I'd be scared as hell to call my mama if she was still alive. I would be scared as hell to call my mama. But I would have to gear myself up because I know I'm finna get cussed the fuck out. But at the end of the day, I know my mama gonna come through. And when I get home, I know I'm gonna get cussed the fuck out somehow. But hey, that's the consequence you got to pay. You know, you got to pay the piper. So hold on, I just saw something. Hold on. First I had to learn. Yeah, I think we all had some hard knock moments. We all have some. You know, that's what those hard knock moments is what brought us to where we are today. But when you get in your 30s, your hard knocks should be kind of far and few and in betweens. You know what I'm saying? Because you done did all the hard knock back in your younger years. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you reach your 30s, you should be, starting to, at the mellow out point. Well, at the end of the mellowing out. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Whew, sorry about that, family. I had to give me a little sip of cold water here. Give me a little brain freeze now. But I'm looking forward, y'all, to like I said, I'm gonna just sit back. At this point, I'm just gonna sit back because I know me. My nerves are short when it comes to foolishness. My nerves are short when it comes to foolishness. And um I just don't have time for foolishness. So I'm just gonna sit back, y'all. Please don't take it to harm. You don't see me commenting or you know I ain't big on videoing, but every now and then I may do something with Commander in Chief. So if y'all don't see me doing nothing, y'all know why. I'm just sitting back in the cut because what I have to say wouldn't be nice. So instead of hurting people's feelings and um, falling out with folk, it would just be best for me to sit back in my chair like I am now, sip my water, and watch the whole story unfold. So, with that being said, family, it is like 2:03 here, Central Standard Time. So, I am going to get myself ready. I'm on TT duty today. I got to pick the kids up from school and drop one off to his college class tonight. So, hold on. So I'm going to bid you all adieu. I thank you for coming on in the room with me, though I did not mean to hold you guys hostage for 58 minutes and counting, but I did enjoy you guys. As always, Urbanista, love you, sis, nephew, real commander in chief. I got much love for you. Um, we just gonna sit back and watch y'all and see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Until then, I wish you guys peace, love, and happiness. I'm out.